Hello everybody, Jackie Davis here. It is school year 2018-2019. I can't believe it. Things fly. Okay, FLVS has many options. There's full-time and there's flex. And with flex, there's two options: traditional, also called cohort, or individual courses. So before we go any further, I want you to know this video is pertaining to FLVS flex individual courses. Now, it has been crazy because they completely changed their curriculum. They changed the interface. And so returning families as well as new families are insanely trying to figure out how to do this. For our family, I do what's called the maximum minimum. I don't know, maybe coin me as the lazy mom. But I have 4 students, and that's my 2 older ones are in middle school. They have about 5 or 6 teachers each. And I have 2 in elementary this year. One has 3 teachers, the other one has 2 teachers. So it can get crazy. One's in 2nd grade, so I still kind of have to be with her. And it's just a lot of work. So if you are looking at this video to think about FLVS, know that you do need to be with your child. Because I know some parents work from home, like I'm going to work from home and have them do their schoolwork. Well, if they're kindergarten through 2nd, 3rd, maybe even 4th or 5th grade, you need to be with your child, or at least be nearby and available. If it's not an option for you, then maybe this wouldn't be the best solution. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen, log in, and we're going to move forward on how to quickly navigate. All right, so here we are. If you don't have the FLVS login screen bookmarked, you might be starting here, the flvs.net. Go over here to login, and then you go to FLVS Flex for logging into the system. Okay, great. If you're like me, you have this page bookmarked because you're going to log in. Now, quickly, when you register, you may have registered your student, so your student may have a login. But parents know that you need to have a parent login as well, especially if you have multiple students. Because I can log into my parent view and see all my students in one view. But this is where we're going to log in, and we'll move forward. Okay, so we're in the dashboard here. This is for my 2nd grader. Her full classes, and she's already started. She did 1.01 for each course already, and I wanted you to see this. I've already moved my screen down a little bit, so there's a little tiny drop down. If you have multiple students, there's a little drop down. You click on your student's name and you select which student. Then after you select the name, wait for it to refresh, and this will be that current student's dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and go into the language arts course, so I just click on course for language arts. All right, here we are. We're in language arts, 2nd grade. Mrs. Pippin is our teacher, and this is like an amazing upgrade from last year, or this could be so incredibly confusing to many of us. Okay, the key things we need to look at. If you're brand new, please go to the how-to videos. Please go there. I know it's time-consuming, but it is like vital that you go there. After that, there's 2nd grade resources. If your child is like so advanced and awesome and wonderful, go there and get some more information. Parent Corner, I highly advise you go there and use that as well for resources. Now, class time. You click here to get your calendar for your classes. I'll go over that in a minute. The Media Center is for more books online as well as information. And for the Language Arts Skill Builder, they have gotten Squiggle Park. Many people are referencing this weekly planner. If anyone from FLVS Flex Elementary is watching this, I am not a fan of this. We are doing this through a private school, and we just have our own needs. So some people need to hand in like a portfolio at the end of the year, so they may need to do more worksheets or show more work. We don't have to as much, so I'm doing the minimum requirements. So again, as you're watching this, remember that I have 4 students, and I'm making sure that they're learning, that they're mastering it, and they're getting the knowledge retained. But this, I've just personally, it confused me, and then other people, I think it's confusing them as well. For me, this is where we go. Here is classes. So when you click on classes, the beauty of this is it has everything here. You don't have to go back to the other dashboard and come back in here and go back and back. Stay right here. Click on my classes. I can switch through my child's Spanish, social studies, science, math, and language arts, all right here. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm not going to click on it right now, but that's a great way to go. So this is what we're doing. Pretend we just woke up. We just logged on. Now, what do? Actually, I will go to the class time. Just a moment here. Great, we're in class time now. Now this again may look confusing or crazy, but it's not as bad as it looks. The thing is this, you and I, we just clicked on language arts, but for some reason now we're getting all the information for all the subjects in this location. Pros and cons to that. Let's just move on though. So here we are. Today's actually August 14th, the first day of classes. At 9 o'clock this morning, they did lesson 101, 9:30, 101, 10:15, 102. So what is this? Well, it's just color coordinated. Go from the red over here to here, that's language arts. The orange over here, that's social studies, and the blue is math, and the green was science. So it may or may not be, you know, easily understood. That's totally fine if you don't get it, because I know I looked at it and I was kind of like, whoa, this is so confusing. So that's to simplify it. And down here, you'll see the purple for technology. Now, these are not clickable. These are not clickable for whatever reason. Over here, you join them over here. So at any time, the less amount of links and clicks, as a former person that did web stuff, it's better. So if language arts ever switched from someone's room, let's say Miss Pippin was out and someone else was going to take her place, they could just replace the link here. All right, moving forward. So this is what I use for my weekly planner, okay? So if we're doing lessons 101 and 102 and not down here 103 in math, then I'm going to do this and stay on this. So to me, this is my weekly planner. Again, you may say that's a great idea, or you may say I don't get that. But this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to remember this, so you can print this out. It's a great tool. Otherwise, now I'm going to go back to the, they call it announcement page. It's the teacher's home page. So again, I was here, and I see that today, oops, I moved on to, if you scroll it, it actually will go through the whole year. So just letting you know, if you ever need to see the entire calendar. Again, the class time, school calendar, to me it's the weekly lesson planner. All this is where it is a great place to start. So we go back to August. So today, I made sure my student was done with 101, 101, 102, and 101. And I'll show you how we did that. Here we go. We're going to go back to the home page. All right. So again, this is called like the course home page. I do mainly the announcement page. I keep calling this the announcement page. They also, this is to me the teacher page, because if you click on teacher, this is the page you get. So after I go, okay, my daughter needs to have up to 101 done today in language arts. So I click here for lessons, and it pops up. Yay! So this may get in your way. Just close it. Little bar there, okay? If you want to come back, click it back. Close it, click it back, okay? So it's going to close it for now. So we're going to scroll down. As we scroll down, he's going to drive away. Yay, bye-bye. So building the community, 101. So 1 means segment 1. The 01 means which module. So here is like 101, 102, 103, 104. You may or may not know that. So we're going to click in here, and here it is, more spelled out for you. So 1.00 is the pretest. If you may or may not know, there are no pretests right now. They've been deactivated, so don't worry about that for now. But the beauty of the FLVS elementary change is that they're trying to let you understand and know what it's like for middle school, because in middle school, there is a pretest. Not for every subject, but for most. So be familiar with that. Today, we're going to jump into 101, and you get this beautiful, wonderful interface. Now, I go to My Progress, and I'm going to skip to the very last page. This does not mean skip teaching your child working. This, to me, again, just shows me what is due and what our focus is, because I want to let you know, as now a more veteran homeschooler, virtual schooler, you have the beauty to teach your child how they know how to learn. In here is all the resources they have. You could go to a school store, you can go online, you can find a lot of more materials to help teach your child these lessons. But, excuse me, anyway, I just want you to see this. So when you come here, here is a printout, the sandwich paragraph graphic organizer. It tells you to read the lesson, complete the activities in the lesson, and then complete and submit this quiz, which I'll show you in just a second. One moment. Okay, so let's click on the sandwich graphic paragraph graphic organizer. It pops up into a PDF, and you can simply print this or save it, both, okay? This is adorable. This is great. Name, date, everything's up there. This has got space for 3-hole punching or however you want to keep your information. So now, this is the first assignment. And again, your child may or may not understand. So 101, ask and answer questions. Molly makes a difference quiz. So let's go back to page number 1. And it is encouraged that you go through here, read it to your child. If you don't want to, there is this text-to-speech tool. So I believe, you see, let's click on it. It's been a while. I've used it earlier. And we're going to say pointer. You can click and highlight it, and then you play.
Print out your passport.
So it can read to your child. So here's the passport again, another printout. There's the icon. Moving on. All right, I want to make this quick and easy. Let's do that. So let's go to the next page. Talked about Molly. So we're looking for Molly. This is about the short letter A, if your child understands that. This is a great little quick game to do with your child. We did it earlier. It obviously reset after we've used it. This is a spelling, talking about spelling and going forward that. Do that with your child. They should, 2nd grade, we should start doing that. So here is teaching your child these questions when they read a story, and this is where the lesson really is, the meat of the lesson. It's where it starts. So go ahead and make sure you explain that to your child. And then we're here into this Molly makes a difference. That's what the quiz is about. You cannot do the quiz until you see this. So we're going to see this, talk about this, read all that. Here is your story. What you do is you're going to press the next thing, and you can read the bottom. Let me minimize this a little bit more. There we go. So we could read this. You can actually press this play, and it'll read it.
She needs it.
Well, then after you're done reading it, I suggest you click on this and then say, who is the character? Oh, the character is Molly. So again, my 2nd grader needed this direction and attention. So we did go through this. So when you go through these pages, make sure you have it read and go through these little talk bubbles and go forward from there. So that gets you there. Now, again, because I have, household and things to do, we're going back here. It says, now answer the questions for the quiz. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to assessments. So really the 3 buttons over here that are the most important ones are my classes, so I can jump through the classes really quick, the courses, lessons, it pops you right into the lessons. Once you choose a class, wait for it to refresh, then you click lessons, it's lessons for that class. Same here, we're going to go to assessments. We want to go straight to the assessments for this class. So the beauty of this, my daughter already did 1.01, so it's gone. It's like my checklist. I super love it. It is gone. I don't see it. So this is the next exam, 1.02. So what you'll do is you'll click on it, and the exam pops right up. What you'll do is you'll just select whichever answer it is. Now, the more advanced thing is if you right-click on a PC, you can strike through an option. Your child could say, that is not the answer at all. So maybe they don't remember. Just strike through the answer. To make it go away, undo the strike through with a right-click. Otherwise, left-click, and you're selecting. You can't unselect a selection once it's selected, but you can just keep changing your selection. You can also go down here and see what questions you've answered and what questions you've not answered. And you can also click on this next question. You could flag a question right here. Let's say your child is doing this on their own, and they're going through it, and they're selecting their answers, and they're like, they want to flag this one, and because you're busy, you're cooking dinner, or you're on the phone or something. So they say, come here, home educator, come here, mom or dad, and you go here and you're like, which one? Oh, this one's flagged, so let's go to that, and boom, you jump right to it, and then you can clear that flag right away. So those are very, very helpful. Again, then when you come to the bottom, after you've answered all your questions, you'll submit this. Once you submit it, you've submitted it. The beauty of FLVS Flex is that your teacher will give you feedback, especially if you've missed several questions, and you can actually submit it again. Talk with your teacher to make sure you communicate everything with your teacher. So I hope this helps you. Again, the 3 buttons that are important are switching between your classes, I'm not going to click lessons because it's going to pop into the lessons. Make that go away. And then assessments, which is going right to the questions. I do want to show you one more thing. We're going to go back to the lesson. Okay, for the sake of time, I just quickly wanted to tell you, I went to classes, I went to the math, and I went to lessons. And then I went to progress, and I went to the page 8 for the 1.02. The reason I did that is I want to show you a different thing. If this says, you know, submit or do the assessment, I showed you how to go to the assessment and answer it there. This one says submit your work for double the fun. The beauty is right below it is double the fun's printout. So you click on this, you get your printout, come back and print it out, do it, and then you'll need to scan it in or take a photo. So I'll show you real quickly how to do that. We're going to go back to my grades for that. So let's do that. Okay, getting into the grade book. I like what's called last year was the grade book. So my grades. My student had already submitted it, but I wanted you to see real quick what the grade book looked like. She had submitted this first one. It's already been graded. And then the second one, she has submitted it. It shows that here. Let's say we realized she did something wrong, even before the teacher graded it. We wanted to resubmit it. We will click on this link to submit first time or resubmit. So let's go ahead and look on that. All right, so after clicking that, you get this page. Now, I kind of just copy and paste the name, and let's say student comments. Let's say you wanted to say, my student did their best, and you can want to say, you know, whatever you want to say here, you can just say nothing. You can say, you can give it a date, but actually it's going to be date and time stamped. And again, here is the attachment. So real quick to show you that, you scroll down here, you say add file. When you get the add file, you'll browse through your computer to find it. So if you took the picture on your phone, somehow you're going to need to get that picture to your computer, I believe. For us, we scan it and we go to add file, find it, you select it, and when you're done, you check this box and click submit for grading. I hope this was a lot of help for you, especially if you're new and or returning and you want to know how to navigate everything. I've shown you how to go to your different courses. I've shown you how to go to the lesson and skip through, especially go to the very end and just see what's the goal today. What do we need to hand in? I know when I started out, I did every single activity, and I was at the computer or we were doing school for hours, and I have several students. And my child knew the information, and I still was like, we must do every activity. But actually, if your child knows the information, do both of yourselves a favor and just move on. But definitely do your schoolwork. You should do every worksheet that's there that you need to do. Please know that what's due is due and is graded by your teacher, the self-graded by the computer, as well as the handouts that you're going to scan them and hand into your teacher. Most of this and all of this is for academic integrity. We need to learn that starting in kindergarten. We need to learn not to plagiarize, copy, fake stuff out, or have other people do your homework for you. And this is the way for the teachers to know their handwriting, to talk to them on the phone. You'll have monthly calls, you'll have DBAs, and you also need to attend class. For FLVS Flex individual courses, you need to attend at least 2 per segment is what I've been told. That's as of August 14th. That could change. You know, they're really still really fluid about this because it's brand new and your feedback is very good. So if you have any information, any really good constructive feedback, message your teacher or their lead instructor, they call it the LI, or even the principal or the director. And that they really respect the information coming in, especially let them know your experience. You know, I know a lot of us want to just hash and cut and break things up, but they care about your student and they really want them to succeed. I know we have personally experienced that. If you like this video, please like it, please share it, please comment below. I'm doing my best to help share what we're doing and how, especially tips and tricks on how to get this. So today this was the hot one of like, how do I navigate, get through this? This is crazy confusing. So I hope this was very helpful. Till next time, bye-bye.